What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Friday Night SmackDown post show for March 17th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Friday evenings, wherever you may be. Got myself, Loft, TJ, and Deontay here with me tonight to talk all things Friday Night SmackDown. Guys, how'd you feel about SmackDown tonight? Man, I felt like the Mega Powers were united tonight with that Sami and KO segment. Holy shit, that was fantastic. How'd you feel about SmackDown overall?
I I loved it. Especially I actually missed the first segment, so I don't know what happened. Because I fell asleep and I woke up to something. But I missed the first segment. But I did see the last segment with Kevin Owens and Sami, and it was beautiful, beautifully done. Keep singing. This match should be main event. I don't care what no one says.
Oh, we'll talk about what should and should not main event soon. But yes, that everything that you said there was true. Cinema was made tonight, off in the best way possible when it comes to Sami and KO.
Yes.
Bro, it was beautiful. I wanted to cry. Cody backstage looked like a proud dad.
I'm
Hey,
not. I'm not gonna
that just
lie. I
shows
did have a tear in my eye. I'm not gonna lie, because I've seen these guys
that
for
just
so
shows
long.
wrestling storylines need to start getting like Emmy nominations and stuff. Like they need to start getting
Dude,
recognized by like bigger awards.
I would be
yes,
so happy. I'd be
yes,
watching Emmy's like,
dude.
yeah, we win. We
And
go.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. Give Jey Uso his fucking flowers because every single time he goes out there, the man continues to perform week in and week out, and he proves to everybody that the main event Jey Uso moniker is not just a fucking moniker. He is a main
Yup.
event player in this company,
And
or he could be.
Exactly.
everybody
Hey,
talks about
hey, hey, Jey Uso, main event player. We gonna draft him? Can we get him
Oh,
there?
I didn't even realize that. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I just said it like that. But yeah,
Hey, hey, main event player is about to get a lot more Uzi.
I didn't even realize I said it like that. But yeah, you guys get what I mean. He is a main event bona fide superstar.
everyone always talks about Roman being so good out of it. Jey Uso would do good out of it too. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah. But yeah, TJ, how'd you feel about everything that happened tonight? We had basically a 30-minute banger for the number one contender spot in the Intercontinental title. Obviously everything with Sami and Kevin Owens, and then Cody being basically the mediator of everything. This SmackDown is what WrestleMania is all about. We really got some great stuff
You
at
know,
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I loved it because especially people started comparing Cody Rhodes to like Dr. Phil, Jerry Springer, and all that good shit.
He was a
Cody was
mediator and all of
Cody
this
Luther
stuff.
King. Cody Luther King is a mediator for peace.
Cody Luther King.
Cody,
Deserves a
Cody's
Nobel
one
Peace
of the
Prize.
Cody's one of the brothers.
Shout out to Marissa
Cody,
with the King Cody merch. She has King Cody merch right there, so it's legitimately destined. Cody is king.
I still need to buy.
He's a
I still need to buy.
humanitarian.
I still need to buy that shirt. I'm gonna buy that shit.
Yes. But yeah, guys. We were here in Kansas City, Missouri tonight. At the T-Mobile Center. I'm so jealous of that crowd for getting that pop for Sami and Kevin Owens. Considering I was at Monday Night Raw this past Monday, but holy shit, this was a fantastic episode of Friday Night SmackDown. And come tomorrow, we are exactly 2 weeks away from night one of WrestleMania. I told you, Loft, that this was going
Fucking
to be quick.
insane.
I told you, Loft, that these weeks were going to go by quick.
We're already damn near there, man.
so,
We're almost there.
So yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about everything that happened tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. If you guys like what you hear so far, make sure to hit that like button. Let's try to get this to at least 15 likes minimum. I know we can do a lot better than that, but 15 likes minimum for the post show tonight right here on OTB. Follow me on social media. All the TikTok links for everybody is down in the description below. And you guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. And Loft, we updated the description for more merchandise.
Shirts and hoodies and shirts and pants. Yeah.
Yeah, more merchandise is down in the
Yeah.
description below. Obviously, the OTB podcast merchandise is still there at Teespring, the official home of OTB and its merchandise. But I also put Lofts and mine in the description down below. So if you want to get anything, V1 for Loft Not Famous, or the logo that I use for my TikTok down in the description below is where you can find both of our merch shops. So go check those out today if you haven't already. Loft, if I'm not mistaken, I think you already have had some buyers. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, bro. Someone bought a navy blue joint. I don't know who bought it, but I'm like, yo, if you did, send me a picture of that joint. I was at school and I was checking the sales just to check them. And that joint said one sale. I said, oh, I don't know who did it, but whoever
Yeah,
did it, I thank you.
yeah.
So
If anybody wants to rock any of Law for my merch, make sure you send a picture. Or honestly, if you're a part of the Discord, just do it like that. Or hell, tag us in a video if you're like unboxing that shit, and
indeed,
doing something like that. So, and we'll obviously duet you because you guys are supporting us in any way that you can, and we love you guys for that. Um,
get your Lock Not Famous underwear today. Aiden, stop. I don't
yeah,
have underwear. Okay.
I
Well,
can't
I
see
do
the
have
chat.
underwear, just not. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking.
I didn't want you to go too far there, bro. I don't see
Ah,
the chat, so you guys are basically going to be the chat readers here tonight.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
can put it.
this was a very good episode of Friday Night SmackDown tonight. I'm really enjoying the way that WrestleMania is shaping up. People, I don't, and I know and I know guys, Twitter's not a real place, and I understand that.
at
Um,
all.
but I keep seeing on social media that WrestleMania doesn't is not living up to the stories that it's going to be built up for. I'm like, how? What kind of what kind of sense does that make? All of these stories heading into WrestleMania are going to be making this year's WrestleMania one of the best it's ever been, especially in this generation. Like, how can you say
They
WrestleMania
said
has
the
no
same
stories?
thing. They said the same thing with WrestleMania 31 and WrestleMania 38. They turned out to be all-time great wrestling.
Like,
That's part of the reason why Twitter's not a real place because
yes,
all they do all day is talk about how great the Bloodline story is, and then they say they have no stories. Which one is it? That's how you know it's not a real place when they're just out there just saying words with no sense connected to them. So I tell the public, do not take Twitter folks serious. Half of them
yeah.
on there just talking to get their impressions up. Me included. I'll be just in there just talking sometimes. I'm gonna delete my account soon because it's obviously just a terrible thing for everybody. But
I
don't
got
go
to
on
my
Twitter
goal
and
of
talk
1K. I'm fine with that now. If I deleted it tomorrow, I'd be
about.
happy.
See, Phil's at peace with himself, so everything is fine. But I really only have it there because of the damn group chat. But
Yeah.
if I didn't have the group chat, the app would be. It's not even on my phone now. But I'm telling you, don't go on Twitter expecting good takes because you're gonna get bad ones, and all you're gonna do is gonna make you mad. I saw a take today. You know, I'm not gonna talk about that. I ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that later.
But it's not a real place, bro.
I'm
It's alright. Well, what's
all
real
right.
though is right here, TJ, is that yeah, WrestleMania with all these stories going into it, it could be looking like one of the greatest WrestleManias of this generation, but Twitter, like everybody's saying, it's not a real place and nobody should really take that seriously.
It's not a real place.
Where'd
And
he
I think
go?
TJ might have died.
Damn. Oh God, that was quick. Shit.
R.I.P. in peace. But Cody and Roman, Usos, Sami and KO, Ray and Dom, that's a story that's been developing for quite some time. Edge and Finn, I mean, that's legitimately been. I don't even know how long that was, but that was months in.
Almost, almost a
Yeah.
year.
I mean, Cena in theory, I mean, that's basically just developing, but that story in itself, I just like the Cena's back. And then,
Yeah.
obviously, Rollins and Paul, I mean, it goes back since the Rumble, so, I mean, hell, there are stories here for WrestleMania. It's just gotta figure out what nights these matches are going to be on. Because really, the only main event, really the only matches that are set for a specific night, I think, is Roman and Cody. I think.
Yeah, that's gonna be night two.
Did they move
Well,
Charlotte and Rhea
Roman
yet?
and Cody is easily night two, but
Well, yeah.
WrestleMania.
Rhea and Charlotte, I think, is the main event night one at the moment.
It's penciled in as the main event of night one, but we don't know publicly.
Hmm.
There was one. Apparently, Seth and Logan are happening at night one. Okay.
Really? Huh.
Apparently. Yeah, but every other match beside Seth and Roman's match are undetermined for nights. So we will see. But yeah, this WrestleMania is going to be looking like something that is going to be one for the ages, and we had a damn good Friday Night SmackDown to prove that tonight. So go down to the links in the descriptions for the social medias, the TikToks, the Instagrams, Twitters, all that kind of stuff, the merchandise, all that stuff there. We will be live. I'm going to try to do something this weekend for a live. Don't know what, but we will be going live at least some point during this weekend. Okay. And TV's going to be right back. Okay. I will be going live some point this weekend for whatever, maybe just an extra, try to do some kind of stories that have happened earlier on in the week. Apparently WWE is doing releases again, so I knew that was not going to be well received, and it definitely hasn't, as far as I've been aware of. So, depending on who, we have no idea, but WWE is planning to do some releases after WrestleMania.
Why don't you just be some NXT people and everybody just overreact for no reason?
I don't know, man. WWE is planning to do some stuff like that for WrestleMania. I knew it wasn't going to be over. I knew it. Just because we're under a new administration with Triple H does not mean that everybody's safe. And I knew that right from the jump. It's a business at the end of the day. People are going to get released, let go. It is the nature of the business.
Yeah.
So, we'll talk about that tomorrow and any other news that I can find for the OTB episode for this weekend, whether that's tomorrow or Sunday. I will let you guys know. So stay tuned to that. But we will talk about Friday Night SmackDown tonight. So let's get right into that. So we started off SmackDown with the Men's Royal Rumble winner, Cody freaking Rhodes. I freaking love Cody. Every single time Cody comes out, you guys know I'm geeking. The song, the whoa, Cody in the all black suit. Dude, he is legitimately the nicest dressed person in WWE. You can tell me otherwise. I want to know where he gets his suits. I want to know where he gets his suit so I can get a suit like that. Jeez, I don't have a suit like that.
Then he goes to a tailor, so I'm like, okay, those ones are expensive. You had a tailored suit before? This is ridiculous.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man, guys' suits are always on point, and you know me, I'm always just a sucker for somebody that actually looks nice, you know? So, the fans cheering Cody as he asked them what they want to talk about, his famous line. He said that they could talk about WrestleMania, and Cody said that he has a lot of respect for Roman Reigns, how he is the best champion in sports and sports entertainment alike, but he looks forward to seeing Roman on Monday for Raw and beating Reigns at WrestleMania. So, Cody confirmed that Roman's going to be on Monday Night Raw this coming Monday, which I think is the first Raw for Roman since, dear God knows how long.
Bill, someone is cursing you, your chat. They said they hate Cody.
He
Who
was
was that?
kidding.
Oh, so if it's
They
Saul,
said
then it's
It's not Saul.
Saul.
It's not Saul.
Oh, it's not
I
Saul.
know what it is. Yeah.
Well then you're lying. You're just lying to yourself. But yeah, it's the first Raw for Roman in like fucking. I would say years, but I know it's not that. It's definitely months though.
Feels like it.
we're gonna win.
Um, but yeah, so he looks forward to seeing Roman on Monday and Roman for WrestleMania. So,
Oh, he was at 30.
Bro,
oh, he was at
bro,
Raw
Josh
30.
just said Cody gets his
I
feet.
Okay,
was talking
yeah,
about
no,
that.
duh, we were just there.
I forgot about that. I honestly forgot about that.
This dude Josh said that Cody gets his suit from Men's Warehouse.
Men's
Men's
Warehouse.
Warehouse.
He must have a specific tailor though at Men's Warehouse. Jesus, because those suits are always be looking the cleanest. Um, but
He's a very well dressed man.
But yeah, so the fans chant Cody once more, and he says that he doesn't want to talk about somebody, he wants to talk to somebody. So Cody calls out Kevin Owens to the ring. And then, once all that happens, Kevin Owens' music hits, and he comes to the ring. The fans chant for KO, and Owens tells Cody that he knows what this is all about. Cody tells him to hear him out. He doesn't think that this is a conversation between two people. It has to be with three. So, Sami Zayn, please come to the ring. Cody is in the spirit of the road to WrestleMania, and he has incredible respect for Kevin Owens. 6 or 7 years ago, when he told WWE good luck on their future endeavors, he said that with everything going on, he needed someone to have his back, and Owens introduced him to some friends, and that bettered his livelihood. Obviously, we know what he's talking about. And it is a favor that he will never be able to repay Kevin Owens, but he tries to do that tonight. Cody tells them that they are all here to have this conversation, and then the fans start to chant, "Hug it out," in reference to, obviously, we know what that reference is about, but telling Sami and Kevin Owens to just bury the hatchet, get this over with, and let's get the ball rolling for WrestleMania. Owens tells Cody that he's heard everything that Sami's had to say. Zayn says that he hasn't heard everything that Owens had to say. He doesn't know what to say at this point, so throughout the years, they have turned on each other, but they have always somehow found a way to get back together and forgive each other, no matter what happened. So Zayn says that he can't understand why this time it's different. Zayn then tells Owens that if there is something he needs to say, if there is something he needs to do, then just do it so that we can get back on track and work together to take down the Bloodline. And at that point, I'm like, man, this is getting hot and heavy real quick. Mainly because, I mean, we all know the whole history between Sami and KO, and the fact that Cody was basically the mediator in all of this made it even more, like, it had a lot more weight to it with Cody being out there.
Yeah, he helped a lot more than I thought he would. I thought he was gonna be out there just like looking, but he helped this go the way it was supposed to. Obviously, not the intended result at the beginning of the show, but I think even his reaction at the end, he felt accomplished in the fact that he is helping these two complete something that he knows they can complete. And I ain't gonna lie, part of me felt like, and this may be just me projecting my wants out, but it seemed like he was already predicting, well, spoiling what happens at WrestleMania, because it just the way they announced the fact that Cody got Sami and KO together for this one purpose of not really being friends or not really doing anything besides the three of them taking down the bloodline, it doesn't seem like they have any reason to fail. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the reason why you would do all this for Cody to bring them back together just for them to come short after we just went through all this and for it to happen at WrestleMania Backlash, like people keep trying to tell me.
Right.
I don't know what planet you're on, but as far as this company goes, every time I've seen them do something as far as they plan something weeks ahead and they build into it for one grand finale, they're not going to just throw the finale away because they're wasting precious time on this specific story of those two.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
only
imagine
have
them
certain
just
amount
doing
of
that away.
TV time and certain amount of
Yeah,
weeks to get this going.
yeah, and like I said, every good book has to come to an end, and I think this is the one of the best ways you can end the story.
Yes.
Plus, they uploaded the whole Bloodline story on YouTube today randomly, like the
Yeah.
entire Bloodline story, like all 2 hours. It was like 2 hours or something like that, and I was like, that's kind of weird to upload that right now, considering that it could be like still going,
I
but
will be
I
watching it,
don't.
by the
That
way.
just
I will be.
I ain't gonna watch this shit 'cause it's gonna make me mad because I hated like the second half of it, but the fact that they just did that just randomly 2 weeks before WrestleMania, it kind of tells me something that they may be ready to end this book. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Every day that we get closer to WrestleMania, I mean, I'm not like it's making me more skeptical every single time we get closer, and that might just be my like anticipation and excitement for this event. But I don't know, man. It's going to be something to witness for sure. Um, but yeah. Uh, so Owens then told Cody that he came out like he asked, um, and he heard what Sami had to say, so he's just gonna leave now. Cody says that they both know that they are in a people-pleasing business. It doesn't matter what he wants. It doesn't matter what they want. It matters what everybody wants at the end of the day. And everybody wants to see them get back on the same page. Zayn then tells Kevin, everyone wants this. If they come together, they can do something magical. They can be the ones that can take down the ones. And he knows that it might take years until this is totally repaired, but they don't even need to be friends. They just need to work together. And that right there is a huge key and a huge line in all of this. They don't have to be friends. They just have to work together. And Owen says, yeah, I've been hearing this for weeks. We don't have to be friends this. We don't have to be friends that. But at the end of the day, why would I fight with somebody that doesn't want to be my friend? Just to take down the bloodline? And yeah, sure, that's good for business, but what sense does that make? Which Owens he did have a good point there. He did have a good point. I know a lot of you just want it to end, but that is a good point.
That's the thing. Like it was like when you're having an argument with somebody and you say something just to like move a point forward, and then they take what you said and like you said it, but not the way that you meant to say it, and then they just use that against you. That was like a perfect example of that. I was like, damn, he got him. He definitely did say that. I know he didn't mean it, but damn, he definitely that didn't look the best, you know.
Right.
But
Don't forget.
Like he said, Owens asked why he would fight with somebody that doesn't even want to be his friend. He thanks Cody for trying to do all of this, try to set this all up, but in the end, Owens gives Cody the microphone and leaves the ring. This was just cinematic masterpiece right here. Like Cody Rhodes, like I said earlier, being in the middle of all of this and being the mediator made it a lot more powerful than I ever thought it could be. And honestly, to me, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I felt like Cody was out there for more than just being the mediator. Because if it was just Sami and KO in this segment, I think the crowd kind of would have just taken things over and they wouldn't even be able to talk things out. So with Cody there, he was kind of like a buffer for the fans to at least get this segment continuing to roll on, and that way they can get out what they need to get out.
Yeah, he did it. He played his part very well. It was kind of it just looked like they're gonna pull the trigger. It just looked like it.
Yeah.
Everything the way it was set up. It just looked like those were the three people that were gonna be standing tall at the end of the night. It just I don't know what they'll do next week, and then I guess the week after that will be that Friday before Mania. But um,
I'm thinking the final
I
week before WrestleMania, we're going to get that six-man tag. Cody,
really
KO, and Sami versus Solo and Music.
I would not do that. I wouldn't touch that with a
I
6 foot pole. I ain't
I
gonna
do
lie.
into a backlash. I would do it at backlash.
Yeah, cause look, who goes over if you do that match? Are you gonna pull like the Jay got pinned and Roman didn't get pinned card again?
Well, Roman's not going to be in the match.
Oh, you're gonna put Solo in there.
I'm putting Solo in there.
See, but and that's the thing too. Solo seems like he's very connected from this because he wasn't even there tonight. So I don't know what he. I
There's
guess he just
also
wants
this
Roman.
thing is like, yeah, sure, Solo can take the pin, but WWE and their logic says because the baby faces went happy at the end of the show, who knows what could really happen at WrestleMania. But then if the Bloodline wins,
Yeah,
then things could go either way at that point for that six-man tag too. So I think we
but
will
Solo
get
hasn't
that,
even gotten
but
pinned
it's
yet.
just weird.
Solo hasn't even gotten pinned yet, like at all.
No, right. So why would
So
they even waste a pin on a six-man tag? You're right there. Yeah.
exactly. You can do the 6 man tag, but I saw a picture today, ironically on Twitter.
It was WrestleMania. It
Of
was backlash of
yeah,
everybody, the bloodline of the Usos and Roman with those other
yeah,
three. Yeah,
yeah, against Cody and KO. But the main point was Cody, KO, and Sammy had the tag titles, had the titles
yes,
in the
and the world
had all the
title.
belts. Yeah,
They had the world title too, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that was the main thing I was looking for. So I mean, if they
yeah,
do that,
and
I'm
it's not even
cool. But
WrestleMania backlash; it's just backlash now, which is even better. But yeah, I get what you
that's also good.
I mean,
mean.
oh, I just realized something too. Backlash been Puerto Rico. I know
Yes,
they need to find some way to get Carlito at Backlash. I need to see Carlito in Puerto Rico spinning up in somebody's face. And
hell,
then
I wouldn't mind seeing Carlito for a one final match thing. I wouldn't mind that. I met the guy; he's a great guy.
I
That'd be
miss
cool.
Carlito, man. I miss him.
um, but yeah, I just thought everything like that was just so good. Cody did his job very well here. Kevin and Sammy, they're always good on the microphone. That hell, they're even great at times. And this was just a really good way to kick off the show. And later on in the night, when I saw Kevin Owens get into his car and drive away, I'm like, there's no way they're just letting him drive away. There's no way. The man came back as soon as the cameras were off the screen, and I'm like, yeah, Kevin Owens is still in the building. He's gonna help Sammy in the end.
He went around
And
the corner to
luckily,
get
I was
something to
right.
eat,
I was
right?
like, oh shit, thank God I'm right.
He had to go get something to eat. He and came back. He has a nice car though.
He did have a
That was
nice car.
a nice, that was a
I don't know
nice
what this fucking
car,
shit
man.
is, but that was a nice ass car.
I wonder what kind of car it was.
I think
What kind of car it was.
it was either a Charger. I think it was a Dodge something. It was either a Charger or a Challenger.
I was thinking
Yeah,
Charger, but
was it nice?
I'm guessing Challenger.
It
I
was
don't know that much
probably
about
a
cars.
Challenger. If anybody knows the
Yeah,
car, put it in the chat. Um,
yeah,
it definitely looked
Challenger,
something Dodge
Chevy.
though. It definitely looked Dodge.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, if you know what the car is, put it in the chat. Cause
it
I'm
definitely looked
lost.
Dodge though, and it was a nice color too. It was a nice dark green. I like that.
Yeah, nice shade of green.
It was
Like
a
that.
nice dark green. Not too dark, but dark enough to where it like actually pops and you can actually see the color on it, so I can talk about cars all day. I freaking love cars. But yeah, we came back from commercial break, and we see Owens get into his car. Look at that. See, nice transition there, Phil. Zayn stops him, and he says that what Owens said in the ring was wrong. They will always be friends. They are brothers. And if Owens never wants to talk to him again, that is fine. But he just wants to let him know that he loves him. And Owens was very, very distraught as he got into his car and drove away. He's like, Mike. And he just gets into his car. It's like Owens wanted to hear Sami Zayn say that for so long during this entire thing, but in his mind, at that point in time, you said it too late, and you said it too late, bro. I'm just done at this point. It's like he wants to help Sami Zayn in all of this, like he wants to fight with him, but man, you could have just said that a few weeks ago, and I would have been right there with you. But no.
Too late, Sammy. Too late, man.
So, our first match of the night, a mixed tag team match. You rarely see something like this on television, but we got a mixed tag team match. I felt like we were back on the mixed match challenge thing again.
Bring that back. It was lit.
Ron and Alexa, I'm still so mad they didn't win. God damn it, Oscar and her undefeated streak.
So we have Dominic and Rhea taking on Santos and Zelina Vega. Shout out to Zelina. I know she ain't watching this, but shout out to Zelina. She was fucking hooping tonight. She was fantastic.
She's so good, and they don't give her a lot of time. She's so damn good.
Apparently, the call was a challenge. The call was a challenge.
The car was a challenge. See, I know my shit. Don't tell me I don't know my shit about my cars. That is fantastic. But yeah, Zelina's great, and like people need to give a lot more respect when it comes to Zelina. She was never really supposed to be an in-ring competitor when she was with Andrade, but I don't know if she was just training on her own time, or hell, even training during the time when she was with Andrade. Whatever happened,
she was in TNA, wasn't she? She was wrestling in TNA. She was
I don't remember much of Zelina's time in TNA, so maybe I'm just wrong.
She was in the champion. She was in the champion. He's gone.
Yeah.
Rosita and Sarita. And I think one of them just signed AEW. The other girl just signed AEW, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course. But
it was her, Hernandez, Homicide, and Sarita. And Sarita's like a trainer in AEW now. But they were
okay. I know that girl.
Yeah. They were tag champions in like, what year was that? 2012, 2011, 2010 maybe.
I must be blanking. I really don't remember that, but
it was like a fever dream kind of thing.
I only remember because Jeff just came back around that time.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, getting back to the point of everything, I mean, Zelina Vega's been great. She just really didn't get a chance to actually shine in the ring in WWE. And now that she does, now that she actually gets into the ring and perform and does what she does, she's just been doing things at the highest levels for her. I love that. And she's with a great stable too with LDF.
Just give her more matches. Allow her to go out there and just wrestle on behalf of the team. She's not going to disappoint. I kind of wanted them to win because I still think Legato's been losing a little too much, but
I would have been fine with Dominic taking the pin. Dominic would have had to take the pin there, but yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean,
so I'm reading the chat, but apparently Homicide wasn't in. I think you're thinking of Hernandez.
Homicide was in there? Oh, nah, it was Hernandez and that other dude. The other
Hernandez and
dude. Oh,
somebody else.
it was Hernandez
I
and that
forgot what it
other
was.
dude. I forget his name.
Is
Yeah,
it
he was
I
trash.
forgot his name.
His name started
Hey,
with a
we
C
gonna
or a D or something. Nah, what was that dude's name?
the only guy I know with a C that is technically all I know is Camacho. That's it.
That my head went to
that
Camacho
was.
because
I think that it might have been Camacho.
was it. It can't Camacho because Camacho was in Oh my God, it might have been Camacho.
Because he did go to Impact at one time. He did go to Impact.
Yeah, it had to be because he was the one riding the bike, riding the bike. He was the one riding the bike.
I
It
keep
had to be
forgetting
Camacho.
that. I keep forgetting that Camacho is Tongaloa now. I keep forgetting that.
What?
That's him? Wait,
Tongaloa,
that's him?
Tongaloa was Camacho. Yes,
That's Camacho?
yes,
What, bro? That's crazy.
yes.
I didn't know that.
Tongaloa is the same as
No,
as Camacho. Yes.
Oh my God.
he looks nothing like he did 10 years ago. Oh
Obviously,
my
no, because I mean Camacho was like what 2009, 10.
12. It's
Yeah,
like 2012.
had to be, yeah. Because he was there when Hogan first took over, so that was 2010, the
Yeah.
end of 2009. Yeah,
The original LA.
good. Yeah, whatever the Mexican American stable was called. Yeah, that was the stable was called. So it might have been
It was
Camacho.
the original. It had Hernandez, Selena, the other girl. I think Homicide was in the faction at one point, but not the time you talking about.
Anarchia, Aiden, Anarchia. That's his name. Holy
Yes.
crap, Anarchia. Holy crap. What was Camacho? Camacho was doing something.
Well,
Anarchia.
I know that.
Holy
I know that. I
Anarchy,
know that.
remember?
I know the tag team for WWE was Unico and Camacho. I knew
I
that.
think I think that's what we're getting confused with.
Yes.
Anarchia. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I remember him now.
Anarchia. That's it. Yes. I remember
Oh,
that. I remember that name now. Yes. Definitely now. Um.
And oh, I know you talking about
see,
Anarchy.
Impact. Upload
Oh,
your weekly shows on TV. I mean, on
Yes.
YouTube. More of them. I know
Yes.
they're starting to do it slowly. Put
they
the weekly shows.
they do that.
I need more. They're
They
not
do
doing it
that.
fast enough.
They they,
They're
they,
not
they
doing it
need
quick
more.
enough.
And they need
Well, look,
more from back in the
More
day.
of it right now.
no, they upload old shows. Like just yesterday, they uploaded an episode from 2013 with Bully Ray and Ace Williams.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I need them to go like
Just more frequent.
2010.
Just more frequent and a little bit older.
Or sign a deal with like HBO Max or something so you can be like Peacock and put
Just,
Please,
all of
just
it
get
on
some
there.
streaming service, man. Streaming services are the
they
fucking thing
have
now. Please, just
they they have a streaming service, Impact
It's
Plus.
so bad though. Have you
Impact
tried to
Plus is
navigate it?
terrible though.
Have you tried
Yeah,
to navigate
it's
on Impact
terrible.
Plus?
It is terrible. It is so bad. It is so bad.
It,
Like
it's
at least Tony Khan had the fucking balls to actually rework Honor Club, and now Honor Club is actually a functioning product.
thank the Lord.
I don't I don't have it on the club, so I don't know. Yes.
Impact Plus needs a revamp or something because
They need something,
that shit works like they don't want you to use it. That shit's ridiculous.
right?
God, I bought it like 2021, and I was there because that night we were all on the phone. We were watching freaking Raven and Daphne matches.
Yes.
About Winter. That night, that was ridiculous. And that
Yes.
app is ridiculous. Man, I paid mad money for that. Okay, so
Raven, when the hell did Raven wrestle Daffy?
this was like
No,
a while. It was like me, Phil, and like half the other dude. It was a while ago.
Raven didn't wrestle Daphne. We were just watching those types of matches, Raven matches
Yeah,
and Daphne matches.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We were talking about the both of them in the same conversation. That's why
Yes.
my brain went.
Mm.
So so Escobar plays Dominic on the top rope. He goes for his superplex. And Rhea power bombs him from off the top rope. Zelina then gets back into the ring and she hits Rhea with a crossbody. And knee to the face by Zelina Vega, and she climbs to the second rope for a Hurricane Rana onto Dominic. Rhea then hits Zelina with the Riptide, and she went for the cover for the win. So Mysterio and Ripley got the win there.
Rhea
Dominic,
gotta stop pinning for that. She gotta stop pinning for her diabetes. I'm fighting these other. You gotta stop doing that, bro. You gotta stop doing that.
So, Dominic and Rhea stand in the ring after the match, and Dominic says that the WWE Hall of Famer is nothing but a disrespectful deadbeat of a father. The fans obviously boo. Uh, they boo Dominic, and he says that he was never there for him. All those sleepless nights, we see Rey Mysterio walking backstage as he is going to get into the ring after the commercial break. So, Dominic's just healing it up. As always, Dominic is. I, I'll tell you guys right now. At first, when Dominic turned heel, I was not for it at all because I obviously did not take the kid seriously. But man, has this kid fucking turned it around. The guy is great. Nobody can tell me that he is not like great on the microphone anymore when it comes to him healing it up. He is just a heat
He,
magnet. The
he's
guy
made it
knows
work.
how to fucking let you hate him.
He's made it work.
He gets a reaction, like a good reaction every time he comes. They just boo him out the fucking.
Like it's not like booing is like, oh yeah, change the channel type heat. I want to keep the channel on him mainly because of the fact that I want to hear what he has to say next. It's not like go away heat. This is like,
Yeah,
yeah, this is the type of heat you want as a heel.
he's killing it.
Mm-hmm. He's doing his thing, man.
And I just felt like his actual face was way too babyface like to just, take seriously as a heel. But man, has he just continued to amp up his game week in and week out. Judgment Day
Hey,
actually really
calm down,
saved him
man.
for real, if you want me to be completely honest.
Judgment Day saves
No,
everyone.
I think he saved the Judgment Day, man.
I, I can honestly see it both ways. I can. But I know one career that was definitely revived because of the Judgment Day, and that is fucking Rhea Ripley. Easily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Rhea Ripley, I mean,
Everybody got
she's better now than she ever was when she was not even in Judgment Day. I mean, hell, ever since the loss to Charlotte, I never felt the same with Rhea Ripley, and now all of a sudden, when Judgment Day happened, yeah, this is the Rhea Ripley we always wanted on the main roster.
Rhea should have won that match. Rhea should have won that match.
We all knew Rhea should have won that match, and that was for the NXT fucking championship. Charlotte didn't need that.
Then she only proceeded to hold it for a month.
Fucking ridiculous. I don't want to get into a fucking reign of Charlotte. It's just the whole thing. Um, so we come back from commercial, and Dominic and Rhea are still in the ring, and out comes Ray. Dominic says that he actually showed up, and he went a lot of nights without his father. Ray then asked Rhea if he could have a moment with his son alone. Rhea then left the ring. On her own accord. I actually did not think that. I did not think that she was actually going to leave, but she did.
did she leave?
Yes.
I thought she went to the back of the ring. I didn't know she got out.
Yeah, no, she just left.
Oh.
Or at least she left out of camera. Maybe she was just, at like the timekeeper area or whatever, because I do remember Rhea was in the ring after everything. Once Ray
Yeah,
got
I
out
thought
of the
she
ring
went
and
in the
everything.
ring. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
she's probably over there with a timekeeper and
she was probably
not the
just
other
near the
guy.
timekeeper area, just out of camera
yeah.
completely. Which, yeah, so that was good at least for that. But so yeah, Dominic, where was I? So yeah, Dominic says now that they are in the middle of the ring. He has time for him right now. Uh, he asked Ray where he was when he needed him the most all those late nights. Dominic then says that Ray is so selfish that he took away his WrestleMania moment, and at the end of the day, he is just a poor, pathetic excuse of a father. And the truth is he is a piece of. And then Ray cut him off, saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, Stop right there. I want him to say it. I want him to say that he's a piece of shit.
Chris in front of his dad. Chris didn't have his dad like that.
He was about to say it. He was about to say it.
He wasn't about to say piece of shit. He was definitely about to say it.
They was like, nah, we ain't gonna play. We won't do other foul language around here. I will spank you.
So as much as
No,
it
he
hurts
won't.
it, what's that, Lock?
He won't hit him. He
No.
refuses to hit him. So,
Yeah. So Ray said, as much as it actually hurts to admit it, he is right. He has not been the best father in the world as of late, and he has missed birthdays, Christmases, graduations, football games, etc. And he knows that he hasn't been there all the time, but that doesn't take away how much he loves him. He still loves him, even if his son turned out to be this way. And that he is his world. He got really sentimental and passionate here. But soon, Dominic, you will have to find out that this business is selfish, and he made the sacrifices that he made so that his mom, his sister Aaliyah, and him could live a life that he could only dream of. All the fancy cars, Gucci, Louis, Prada, Rolls Royce, all of that is for Dominic. And what happened?
He's so ungrateful.
Dude, he is legitimately so ungrateful. He's had a terrible life as Dominic, and Dominic is just trying to tell his father that he is just, he wants to be heard, and Ray just does not want to hear it.
He wants to a BMW.
Dude, a BMW of all things, Loft. I mean, the audacity. Like,
I've never driven one.
Dominic is hurting right now, and Ray just does not give a fuck.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, father, man, oh, father. I've seen someone on Twitter. Somebody said, yeah, on the outside, Ray may be sad, but on the inside, Ray is so proud of his son.
Just like MJF on Wednesday, man, he had 4 girls on each arm, and he's taking his breakup really. It's really taking him hard there, Law.
There's something wrong with that dude.
It's really taking him hard,
Did you see his eye?
Dude, his eye on Wednesday. Oh my god, but yeah, Loff. I mean, he is taking the breakup really hard after everything that he just did on Wednesday.
Sammy Guevara didn't have to go. Sammy Guevara didn't have to go.
We're only just joking here. He probably is taking it a little hard because they were together for a little while, but man, it definitely did not show on Wednesday.
She's a good parent too. She's got a good children. Now she probably threw the pains away.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day, MJF, we love you here, so you're good in our book. But man, you do not waste time.
He's better than you. He's better than you, and you know it.
So Dominic is hurting, and Ray just does not give a fuck. That's basically what's going to happen here.
El Father.
So, and what would happen when he would get in trouble? The Mysterio name would bail him out, and the fans all gasped in the thought of that. He's like, oh my god. Yeah, no, that's basically what every kind of, family in the wrestling business does.
Yeah.
The last name bails people out all the time. Flairs, Mysterios, I know there's more. I can't think of any.
Rhodes probably.
Rhodes.
I know Roman's.
Definitely the Anoa'i family. I mean, that's legitimately everybody in the company is an Anoa'i. I'm legitimately convinced at this point that everybody in the company is just an Anoa'i. Because in some way, shape, or form, somebody's related to the Usos.
We have so many brothers and cousins in indies, man.
Dude.
Did you know that Roman is technically the Usos' uncle?
Yes, technically he's his uncle, but they just call him cousin because it's just weird like that.
Ridiculous,
That's
man.
what all black folks do. That's what all black folks do. We call people out because they're really not good. Um,
But but yeah, so he tells Dominic that because he is having a hard time coping with all of this, Ray tells him that he is being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he would love nothing more than to have him stand by his side on that stage. But Dominic shook his head no, and the fans chant, "You deserve it." Ray says that the biggest regret is what Dominic has become, and then Ray tells him that if someone like Dominic were to ever be so ungrateful, disrespectful, pathetic, a punk ass kid would call him out at WrestleMania, he would gladly whoop his ass. And I'm like, great. Alright, we're getting this. WrestleMania, let's go. And, and then Ray said, but unfortunately, you're my son, and I'm not gonna fight you in any way because that would be a disgrace to me as a father. So I won't fight you now. I won't fight you at WrestleMania, and I will not fight you ever. Ray then left, and Dominic said, "This is why you're just never gonna be the father that you thought you were." Basically, but yeah,
Ray better whoop his. Ray better. If that was me, I wouldn't be here right now. If that was me and my friends, I wouldn't be here right now.
I'm
Just say that right
fucking
now.
kicking that kid's ass. I don't care.
If that was me, I wouldn't be here right now.
I've been telling people this for weeks. Whatever crowd is going to get Ray punching Dominic in the face, that crowd is going to erupt. And I'm fucking here for it, Loff and Deontay, because that crowd, man, that's gonna be such a good crowd to be a part of that night.
He's
Yeah.
gonna, he needs to beat the place up down there like he got a bad grade in school or something.
And here's the thing, guys. This is fucking professional wrestling. We're not gonna get called for child abusement here. And plus, Dominic here, he's not a child anymore. He's above the legal age, so you can hit him if you want.
Hey,
He's
you could
taller
have
than
hit him a long time ago. You should have hit him now.
Oh, he's taller. He's taller than me.
He's taller than Ray. So
It's crazy.
Grown man.
we're not gonna get called.
Getting
We're not
married.
gonna get called by child services saying, "Hey, there's an abusive child here." No, this is professional wrestling. We're all
He's a
good here.
grown. He's a
But
grown man with his own house. He's getting married. He's getting married. Come on.
I want to stress, though, we do not condone that.
Yeah,
Don't take
we
that out of
don't.
context.
Yes, please, dear God.
Yeah.
I literally cannot understand the thought of somebody actually wanting to hit their child. That is disgraceful, and they should not have kids at that point. That's just me, though.
I feel you.
But but yeah, like this is
He's my
professional wrestling. Ray, you could hit your son. You're gonna be fine. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be a great ending to that story. And then Ray versus Dominic. I'm telling you off. Dominic is fucking ready for this spotlight, man. He is going to kill it when that match happens.
I'll be
That's
waiting.
really
I'm still very skeptical about him going against his dad at that high of a stage, but I'll go into it with an open mind.
And
He's
to
doing a
think,
good
we
job.
actually thought it was going to be a tag match at WrestleMania.
I'm, I'm, thank God they're not doing that.
I don't think it should be raised for common that. What better way to go out than have your son retire? Your own flesh and blood.
Well, I mean, with him going into the Hall of Fame, with Ray most like, I think Dominic would want to be put. I think Ray would want to put over his son at WrestleMania, but with him going into the Hall of Fame, I would not be surprised if this was his retirement match. If this was going to be the final hurrah, and this was going to be the final match for him at WrestleMania, I would not be
So
shocked at all.
we're losing Mysterio, Edge, and possibly Cena in the same year. My, uh, 9-year-old me is crying right now. I'm crying right now.
Well, Edge is not going to retire just yet. I mean, we have until I think August to talk about that because I think that SmackDown in Toronto is going to be the final hurrah for him. But
Really very sad that day.
that's going to be a fucking sad day for all of us, especially us edgeheads here. But Loff, I mean, I'm not going to be shocked if WrestleMania is going to be the final hurrah, and that is Ray's final match. If he wants to hang it up, that is.
That's the way to go out. That's the way to go out. I
That's the way
hope
I
not,
want to.
but I mean that's the way to go out.
I don't want to go out that way in my opinion.
And
Like
that's
one
if, guys.
person
We're
goes,
not. This is just all speculation. I mean, I'm just bringing up the point of conversation. I mean, I don't. We don't know if that's actually going to be the case, but with him going to the Hall of Fame this year, him fighting his son at WrestleMania, it's all but confirmed at this point. I mean,
yes, he can still go too. He ain't freaking 50 and moves like he's 30.
yeah,
He can still go, man.
we're not saying that he can still go. He definitely can, but hell, if you wanted to end it on that kind of a note, who's really going to stop Ray from doing whatever he wants to do?
One of the goats, man. One of the goats.
And it's not like he will never just not be in WWE ever. I mean, his son's fucking in the company, so he's gonna still be there.
Yeah, yeah.
but but yeah. So after that, we had the announcement of the showcase matches, fatal four-way matches for both men and women. Fatal four-way tag team matches, I should say, for both men and women. And qualifying matches start tonight. Well, one qualifying match happen tonight, and that is with the ladies. We talked about this off camera, and there's a lot of speculation as to what these showcase matches could be. To me, WrestleMania has coveted spots that really should be earned to get there. Not everybody deserves to be on the WrestleMania card, mainly because of the fact, to me, you want the best matches possible and you want the best stories possible. I understand what showcase matches are. You're gonna give these people a chance to showcase what they can do in front of a crowd, this big crowd of WrestleMania for both nights. Probably one's happening on night one and one's happening on night two. I mean, that would make sense. But
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is for something. It has to be for something.
It probably is. It probably is.
It has to be at least for like tag team title opportunities after WrestleMania or something. Because to me, just having random fatal four-way tag team matches, I would have much rather had the Money in the Bank in that spot.
Yeah, it should have been
Yeah.
the Money in the Bank. 8 people in the Money in the Bank.
I mean, no offense to the people of the UK, because Money in the Bank's happening in the UK. I think it's in London at the O2. But I would have just taken away the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and put Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. Night one, women's or men's, depending on what you want to do. And then the other night, the other Money in the Bank.
As long as Liv Morgan's on the card, I don't care.
And that's a better way to get the other 8 people in there. Because you're going to put 16 people in these 2 matches here. You could do 8 and 8 for the Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
You could have done that. I don't know. I just would have done things a little bit differently, but I am kind of excited to see where things are going with this. Hopefully, we at least get some kind of opportunity though for these guys and girls.
That's great. That men's match is gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. It depends on who in it though.
I'm not like totally mad at it live. It's just the fact that they haven't announced anything for it yet. They're just fatal four-way tag team matches. But for what?
I feel you. I feel you. I I don't know if they. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to do the best they can at creating more women's tag teams, but this is their way of doing it because the way they said showcase, it just made me think that they're just trying to show that they are putting on these putting all these women in the tag teams to show that these are the women that we're building for the future. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's just the way it came off to me. When Michael Cole first said it, I was totally confused. He said it so fast, I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, I already beat Showcase. We were talking about Showcase matches for, and then I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Yo,
And
the
then,
100 overall Cena, dude.
yeah,
That legitimately took me like 5 finishers.
no,
Get him
that
down.
was even the worst part.
No,
The Fatal
the
Four Way
fatal forward.
was
The Fatal 4-Way was the easiest thing for me. That was not that hard for me.
nah. You're bugging. That
That was not
only
that
took
hard for me.
on Legend.
I focused on one guy the entire time.
They kept Bruno Sammartino kept knocking me over. I'm trying to target home. Bruno Sammartino comes over, just knock. He kept doing that stupid submission. I can't
Then
get
the
out of
crazy
it.
part is it's not.
I
The crazy part is it's not elimination match.
that
I
to
didn't
me
know it was
wasn't
that.
that
I just
difficult.
sat there.
But
You know,
like,
the
like here's the thing. For me, the men's showcase match, whatever the men's showcase match is gonna be, we actually have tag teams here for the men. So I would love to see Gable and Otis get a fucking shot. I would love that because they
Thank
fucking deserve shit.
you.
Um,
They might be done though.
yeah, I know they're probably gonna be done, but you know, you can hold
Okay.
off for 2 more weeks.
Okay.
We have tag teams in the men's division, and if we're going to be splitting up these titles again, possibly, that's not totally confirmed, but possibly, if we're going to do that, then we have to showcase that there's an actual tag team division for both shows. But for women, we're putting people together. I mean, Raquel and Liv have teamed before, but 2 weeks ago, Liv slapped the shit out of Raquel. And then Emma and Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox was just teaming with Natalia a week ago.
Yeah, I don't know where that came
I'm
from.
not having a come back. That's crazy.
I mean, I love Emma and Tegan. Not love Emma. I like her. I think she is a okay asset for the division, but not in today's WWE. And Tegan Knox is fucking great, but that tag team, really? This just smells Ronda and Shayna to me. I don't know why.
No, you know why? Because that's what it is.
Well, I do know why, but
That's exactly what it is too. I don't know, man.
And don't even get me started with the whole damage control and tag team title situation, mainly because of the fact there's fucking no tag teams in the division.
Yeah.
These titles don't need to be a thing, and I've been saying this.
Women's mid-card title though would be cool.
I would have much rather had a mid-card title for the women instead of tag team titles. I'm sorry. And now people are wanting tag team titles for the women in AEW. No! Fuck that!
No.
Oh god.
We all know Tony Khan can't really book his women's division. What makes you
Tony,
think he's gonna book them like?
I know you don't know me. I know you don't know me. I basically built my brand around you. I apologize for that, but still, no. Listen, if you're fucking listening right now, do not, I repeat, do not make women's tag team titles for AEW. I know Saraya wants it. I know Jesus. Tony Storm wants it. I know people want it. But don't fucking do it. There's no tag teams in WWE. No. What makes you think there's going to be tag teams in AEW? The only one. The one tag team. The one women's tag team I know in AEW, and I think Woff knows them mainly because of the fact I think he's seen them once or twice before. The Renegade Twins.
Oh yeah. They go stupid.
I think it's Charlotte and I don't know the other one. I apologize, but the Renegade Twins. Those are the only. That's the only tag team for the women I know in AEW. That's it.
I didn't know they
Don't
signed
talk,
there.
don't talk about it. Canadian.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're in AEW fully.
Okay.
Well, they're part of the Ring of Honor brand.
Oh, all right. That's cool.
Yeah, they
But
were on. They were on. They were on. They were.
yeah, I mean, just don't do that, Tony. You're fine. Plus we already have way too many titles as it is in AEW, so please.
He's gonna put it on the outsiders. Isn't that copyright infringement? You can't do that, right?
What?
They called the outsiders.
Isn't Paige's team called the fucking Soraya's team called the
The
outsiders?
Outcasts.
The
Oh, the
outsiders.
Outcasts. Oh, okay, good.
The
Okay.
Outcasts.
Carry on.
But
Carry
but no, I
on.
mean they're basically like the Outsiders and WO because they spray paint the letter L instead of W. Or
I
wait,
am
no,
sick of them,
or
man.
instead of the
I am
NWO.
sick of them.
Yeah.
Well, they be spray painting L's on people who been matches.
It's,
I'm sick of them when they spray paint.
it's fucking terrible, and apparently that's supposed to be the women's women best match.
I meant to tell you that on Wednesday, but I had to go to bed. I was mad at Tony because she was telling the crowd something. They don't appreciate you. They don't appreciate me. I was like, I appreciate you. I know mad people that appreciate
I
you,
was
Tony.
at the debut of Saraya in AEW. I appreciated that.
Like, come on, man. Ridiculous.
We appreciated Peyton.
I was at the first Grand Slam when I think Tony faced Brett for the title. I appreciated that.
I'm not really too much high on Soraya right now, but Tony, yes.
Paige is cool. Paige is cool. Saraya, I don't know what the fuck she doing. Paige is cool. Saraya, I don't know what the hell she doing.
I don't know what the fuck
So did
happened.
y'all see that fine? You got fined for saying the word swat.
Why do none
Yeah,
of the wrestling companies know how to book women's tag teams?
yeah, she got fined for saying the word twat, and then
So,
they
can't say that.
and now they're using the money that they're donating the money for her fine to like a charity, which I guess is nice in the end. But Jesus Christ, you didn't have to fine her first
Bro,
offense.
this is the same company. This is the same company that allows John Moxley to put people off and bleed buckets every week.
You could have
But you
told
can't say the word swat.
you could have told her backstage saying, "All right, this is your warning. Just don't do that again." And then if it happens again, then you fine her for the second offense. But you didn't need to fine her for the first offense, whatever the hell even that was. And
Okay.
that honestly isn't even that bad. I've heard a lot worse from AEW. Just ask MJF.
Oh yeah, he said this.
Yeah.
Did
Plus, Jungle Boy called MJF or Christian. He called him pussy.
Yes,
On
I've heard a
ITV.
lot worse than just twat. Okay, I think we all have. But but yeah, this showcase match. I mean, it just wasn't really anything to be too, I'm not really excited for it mainly because I don't know what the fuck is going on. So hopefully we get more info in the next 2 weeks because we have to find 14 more people in these matches in 2 weeks.
Hey.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Well,
the tag teams that are gonna be cooked up on next Friday are gonna be devious. That's just gonna be
4
ridiculous.
shows off. 4 shows. We have to find 14 people.
I just thought about something. What if they bring back the Iconics?
Please. Wait, no, hold on. Billy.
You gotta get the Iconics.
I think Billy. Aren't Billy and Peyton in Impact?
I think
No, they're not
so.
with them anymore. They're not with them anymore.
They got
They're done with
released?
them. No, they didn't resign. They've been done with them for years.
Oh, damn.
I thought they were in Impact.
No, they've been gone from Impact for a minute.
Damn.
They can do whatever they want.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
they're disgusting on WWE television, but hopefully, I
What?
mean,
What?
You like the Iconics? I thought they're kind of cool.
they were disgusting.
Damn.
Alright.
Alright.
You didn't like the Iconics? Come on, the Iconics goes. Alright,
When you have the Iconics beat Bayley and Sasha Banks for the women's tag team titles, I'm fucking done.
Oh, you were just mad.
Bullshit.
Oh, okay, I understand now.
That was fucking terrible. And yes, they were annoying, but they were good annoying. I hated them for the fact that they were heels. I didn't hate them just to hate them.
Oh, okay.
I hated them because of the actual heel gimmick and everything. That I actually
They
like
were
both of
supposed
them.
to be
I thought
annoying.
they were actually
They
really
were
good
supposed to be
together.
annoying. They were supposed to be annoying. Plus, they're Australian too, so they can't overflow.
No, it's not that I have any actual hatred towards them. I hated them because of the gimmick. So tag team for reasons. For WWE wise. Not I
Now,
can
some
act like.
reason why I don't like them.
Didn't one of them try to do that job gimmick where they walked around with their paper and they were like, "Give me a
Yes,
job"?
that was Billy. That was Billy. That was
I
Billy.
hated that. That was
That wasn't Peyton. That was Billy.
I don't
But
care.
that was
I don't
ridiculous.
care what they're gonna say. That was being entertaining as hell. I don't care what nobody says. I
because I
love that.
think Peyton, because at that time Peyton turned on Billy, wanted to go solo, and Billy had no she didn't feel like she had a place in the world, so she tried to find another tag team partner,
No.
and that's when she
She
started
didn't
handing
turn.
out resumes.
No. She didn't turn on it. They had the Riot Squad and the Iconics in a match. The losing team, which was the Iconics, had to split up.
Oh, okay, yeah. but
It was so stupid.
but yeah, I mean, this was okay. So they were Impact Knockout Tag Team Champions. I knew that. I knew they were an Impact,
They're not
but
there anymore because I think what's her name just had a baby.
Cassie, right? Cassie had the baby with Sean.
Yeah, whoever paid them.
Yeah, Cassie's Payne.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's with Sean Spears, and I think they just had a child. So, um, yeah. So the Inspiration announced that they will be indefinitely stepping away from in-ring action, ending their tenure on Impact Wrestling on April 27, 2022. So, um,
They ain't gone for it.
so yeah, they've been out of action for a little while. I did not know that.
The Impact theme song is just wow. They have a dope ass songs.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, anything could happen with these showcase matches. We're not really too sure what's going to happen yet, so we really can't speak on things until it actually happens.
If they didn't break up traffic attraction, they could have had traffic attraction up there.
So, Raquel and Liv won the match, uh, obviously, because, I mean, that was the better tag team out of the two, to me. But yeah, it was a Tahana Bomb, followed by an Oblivion for the win, and Rodriguez and Morgan picked up the win. So we come back from commercial break and we see Charlotte Flair in the ring. Yay.
Looking like a highlight. She came looking like a highlight.
Yay.
And a bunch of yellow.
She says that the more things change, the more things stay the same. When she was a kid, it was a Rose as a challenger and Flair as a champion. And this WrestleMania is built as Rhodes as a challenger and Flair as a champion. And I'm like, shit, you're actually right. but but yeah, so that kind of felt a little bit too real. Flair then says that she is walking into her 7th WrestleMania, and she has always been the star. Rhea Ripley wants to be the champion, the star, but she can't be the star until she becomes the champion. I feel like she was just having these words and just rearranging these words and actually trying to make sense. And some of it did make sense, but some of it didn't make sense because you're just trying to crumble these words together. They're trying to make a decent promo, but she can't become the champion until she goes through her. 3 years ago, she could not go through Charlotte, and this won't be any different. So the more things change, the more things stay the same. Out comes Rhea and Dominic. And Rhea tells Charlotte that she is 100% right. She chose Flair. She didn't choose Bianca Belair because she has her reasons, but they will get back to that. You better, because you teased that shit in November and never fucking got it. So, and hell, you even teased it way before then. It was supposed to happen at like the last year's Money in the Bank, and that never happened because of Rhea's injury. So, when she walks through the locker room, men and women all turn their backs and walk away because they are in fear. She is dangerous and good at what she does. Everyone fears her for that, except for Flair. So she tells Flair that she is staring her down without an ounce of fear in Charlotte's eyes, and to be honest, that pisses her off. Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion for a reason. She's been a 14-time Women's Champion for a reason, and it's because she is a superstar. She is one of the biggest stars in WWE, and she can give her credit when it's due and give her all the credit in the world. But the belt is what she wants, and she needs it. She doesn't only want to be a star, but she needs to be a star. And after WrestleMania, Flair will learn to call her champion, and she is going to learn to fear her. Dominic then tells Flair that Mommy will beat her at WrestleMania. Flair then goes to slap Dominic, but Rhea hits Flair with the right hand, and we begin to brawl. Flair runs to the outside and throws Rhea into the barricade. Both women continue to fight on until officials come out to break them up. Rhea throws Flair over the announce table. Flair then jumps off the announce table onto Rhea as they both get broken up by security, and they bring Rhea to the other side of the barricade while Charlotte is standing in the ring on the second rope, just taunting at Rhea Ripley to end Brawl and the segment. We finally get some physicality when it comes to Charlotte and Rhea. But I said this earlier on today, and I've been saying this basically throughout the entire day to people that, just somehow don't understand the concept. Both women's programs, to me, don't deserve the main event spot of night one. Period. They just don't deserve the main event of night one for me right now. And they're not going to. It's not in the cards for WrestleMania a women's main event for night one. I'm sorry.
Bro, this March Madness stuff is crazy.
Oh no, March Madness
Florida
is
Atlanta.
fantastic. The atmosphere is all good.
I'm watching right now. They were down 65-64. Some dude, it's Florida Atlanta versus Memphis. And some dude hit a layup with 2.5 seconds. Some dude trying to get like the game winner, and he blocked it. He blocked it. Well,
He's watching March Madness right now.
Oh,
that atmosphere is insane. If you guys have ever been to a March Madness game, in general, the atmosphere is just insane. But yeah, I've said this multiple times today, and I've been continuing to say it to people that, to me, just don't understand the concept. Yeah, sure, we got some physicality tonight between between Rhea and Charlotte. But I'm still not believing that any of the women's matches this year for WrestleMania, whether that's Asuka and Bianca or Charlotte and Rhea, deserve the main event for night one. I'm sorry. It's not main event worthy right now.
I mean, yeah, I feel you. I think it's very hard to do right now because Bianca and Asuka, there's little to no build with that.
There's no build at all. To me,
Charlotte and Rhea is different because That's more of a longer story,
They're
and that really
rehashing a
does.
3-year feud.
Yeah, yeah. I got so happy that they finally started to fight tonight. 'Cause this is the only time I felt some animosity here. It just felt like Charlotte didn't care. Rhea cared. It looked like Rhea cared, but Charlotte was just there. So
Yes.
finally, it looked like there was some intensity there, you know. But I mean, I feel you. It definitely. I don't know. I Because what I was told today when I found out and I was like, why did they do that? I was told that they did it just because they
Politically.
want the women to main event, and I'm like, bro, there's no problem with the women main eventing. The problem is don't give the women the main event just to say you're giving the women the main event and try to
Exactly.
make it like it's pure.
Exactly.
Don't try to make it seem like you're doing them a service by this. No, because we see that you're doing this for just so everyone doesn't get mad at you. You're not doing this for a specific reason.
And
Like even as much as I hated that match between Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda, that was for a reason. That was the
that
start of the women's
that
revolution.
deserved a main event spot
You
because
know,
that meant a
Same with
lot.
Becky,
yeah,
same with
Bianca and
Bianca.
That
Sasha.
that that meant a lot for women's wrestling, that triple threat. Even though I will admit Charlotte definitely did not need to be a part of it, but it definitely was there for that. Um Bianca and Sasha, that was a main event worthy match. Um
Yeah,
That was a big
I
man for people that look like us. Two blank in the main event. Yes,
like
that's the story there.
and people were telling me it's like, wow, Phil, you really don't believe that women should main event WrestleMania? I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
I know.
I want equal opportunity for everybody, but at the end of the day, when it comes to these stories specifically, these aren't main event worthy type matches to me. And it's
And that's the
nothing
thing.
against the talent. The talent's great, the talent's there, but it's just not the story right now.
And this is the thing I've ever seen. People been trying to think of, oh, you just don't want women to main event main event. No, this story isn't there for them to main event main event. This
We
ain't no
just got
SmackDown.
physical
Oh,
tonight
this is
between
that
Rhea
this
and
is
Charlotte.
this.
We just got physical tonight,
No,
and there's 2 weeks left.
no.
And that's gonna be bad if they put on a main event and the crowd doesn't care because they're already exhausted from the other 7 matches on the card.
Yes,
So you're putting you're putting Rhea and Charlotte in a bad spot anyway.
yes.
You're not doing it. You're not doing it because you want them to be there. You're doing it just off the strength, so people won't get mad at you. That's not
Here's the
pure.
thing.
That's not.
People gonna get mad.
Here's the thing.
People gonna get mad regardless.
Opening WrestleMania to me is just as good as main eventing. So if you want to set the tone right and actually try to open with one. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You can set the tone with one of them. Put put them on and have them go. Set the tone for WrestleMania. Let's see what's really gonna happen.
I
But
agree with
the,
that. I agree.
Don't just put them out there and say we're doing it because they're girls. No. Why would you do that?
and here's
Because
the thing.
they don't want to piss off Emily on Twitter. That's why they don't want Emily on Twitter to be
Like we
giving her the
continue to
crazy
say,
answer.
Twitter's not a real place. But like, uh,
It's not, bro.
but here's the thing, and I've said this to many people. Just because you win the Rumble does not mean you automatically get the main event of WrestleMania. That has been
I thought that's what
antiquated.
it meant.
That has been
They've
antiquated
been
and
even
debunked for years.
they've been ignoring that rule for years. Now they decide to you know
Now, all of a sudden we're just deciding like, oh yeah, Rhea won the Royal Rumble. She has to main event WrestleMania. Not the story fits it. Not the story fits it.
I thought that's what it meant. I thought they had to go to the main event.
Now they have said that before in the past. They said like you will get a title shot in the main event of WrestleMania. They have said that before. But if you look at the past WrestleManias, like over the last like at least 10 to 15 years, a lot of the winners don't actually main event WrestleMania.
Hmm.
the last time both winners made it in the Mania was WrestleMania 37. Bianca and Edge. They made it in. That was
But
like
no,
what?
you can even go back further, bro. I mean, not a lot of the winners of the Royal Rumble have main event in WrestleMania. And I mean,
Oh, in 2018. In 2018, Neither one of the
No,
women
wait.
were even close to the main
Shit,
event.
I'll give you, didn't Sheamus win the Royal Rumble for WrestleMania 28? Whatever WrestleMania 28 that was? That was the
Yeah.
first match on the fucking
Mm-hmm.
card.
Oh
And
my
it was
God, it
very
was.
painful.
That
Oh,
was the first
It
match
was
on the
an
fucking
18.
card.
It
And it was
was
an
18 second.
18-second match nonetheless.
yes, it was. Oh, I forgot about that. Damn, that's crazy.
So, like I said, just because you win the Rumble does not mean you automatically get the main event at WrestleMania. If the story does not fit it, I'm sorry, you just don't deserve the main event. And I'm not saying that the talent don't deserve to be in a main event spot. I am saying story purposes here, it just does not fit. What fits
Hmm.
is Sami and KO versus the Usos. That's the main event story, mainly because of the fact that that story has been going on and building for so long. People are invested. People want to see that tag team in the main event, and you have a fucking case for that. Because people have been grinding with this story for so long. I could, like, Charlotte and Rhea? What? No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
It's crazy.
but
But it is what it is.
we'll see. I mean, it's penciled in right now as the main event of WrestleMania, Rhea and Charlotte. But after a reaction that we had tonight, they have to be somewhat talking about changing.
They gotta be.
You have to
There ain't
talk
no way
about
you
that.
look at that.
That crowd tonight, bro.
There ain't no way you look at that.
Yeah.
Ain't no way you look at that and say, now we're going with Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But man, that was some crowd to really change the people's mind if that does happen.
Yeah.
So, um, we cut to Zayn backstage with Kayla. He tells her that this is a heavy night. One guy who wants to be considered him as his brother drove off out of the parking lot, and someone else that he considered a brother is probably uh, knocking him out in the ring tonight. But when they tell him that he is the problem, he starts to believe it. Zayn says that it is fine. He is fine with whatever happens next. So, um, we then come back from commercial break with LA Knight versus Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, LA Knight fucking lost again.
That he did. That he did. I
Xavier Woods
mean,
did not need that win tonight. I'm sorry. He did not need that win.
I think, okay, let me just get it. I seen you on Twitter saying that Aaron was, getting old or whatnot. He's not. If anything, this is gonna make him get more over. Because the blow feud, he lost that feud when they
He's
got him
getting
over.
he's getting over
So,
each and every time he is out there, bro. Well,
yeah.
I'm
but
pretty
you're
sure all these
losing
losses
every time you're out there.
I'm pretty sure all these losses are gonna lead to something better. And you really think they're gonna happen at WrestleMania? Come on. You really think that? He might not
He
have
does
nothing.
not
He's
fit
gonna be
into
at
any
WrestleMania.
plans right now, bro. He doesn't.
He's gonna be at Mania. He's just gonna have a match. He's gonna be at Mania
He
somewhere.
does not fit in any plans right now for WrestleMania, and we only have 4 more shows after this. When are they gonna build for LA Knight in 4 shows? Technically 2, because he's only gonna be he's. I mean, he has appeared on Raw. I mean, he appeared on Raw on Monday, like, what are they gonna do?
I don't know. They're gonna have Stone Cold come in. Him and Stone Cold can have a yeah, what
I mean that is rumored right now that Stone Cold is gonna have a match, but we don't know if that's actually gonna be confirmed or not. And hell, even if it is against LA Knight, it's the yeah versus the what.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
What?
Yeah.
But Xavier Woods did not need the win.
Speaking of Xavier Woods, since Kofi is hurt and Big E is hurt, now it's the time to let Xavier Woods go on a singles run.
You
See,
can
the
do something
Eagles,
with Xavier in the singles run now, yeah, but well, let me ask you guys something, because I swore I heard this last week. I swore I heard that commentary said that Kofi's injury with his ankle did not need surgery. He had
maybe things
successful
change. Maybe
surgery
that's what
tonight.
they do. Well, maybe things change. And he has to anything else.
Michael Cole said on commentary that he had successful surgery last night.
Oh.
Maybe things change. I don't know.
So you're fucking lying to me.
Maybe at the time they didn't know the extent of the injuries, but now that they do,
Oh no.
You're fucking lying to me. I know what ankle surgery has to be. I know personally, from experience. It fucking sucks.
same.
But yeah, LA Knight lost. I don't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it last week either. But you know, I mean, last week it was a Fatal 5-Way, so I haven't really liked anything since LA Knight after everything that happened with Bray Wyatt. Ever since Bray Wyatt, he's just been losing. So I don't know.
They're going to have a hard time with this great things.
Oh, and still no Bray Wyatt. He's still missing.
No,
I don't know if you guys have realized this,
I
but
don't
there's
know.
still something missing with him.
No. I don't know if y'all saw it. But then LMA's little backstage promo over on the little box thing. Bray Wyatt's logo popped up over.
I saw that afterwards. Yeah, I didn't see it I didn't see it like in the moment, but I did see it afterwards.
Plus Blade's supposed to be injured anyway. A physical issue, so I know
The physical issue. But yeah, I mean, there's still no sign of Bray Wyatt, and honestly, this
he might be
physical
hurt.
issue thing or creative differences are what people are actually calling these physical issues. Um, whatever's really going on, there's just no sign of Bray Wyatt. If he actually does have a physical issue to me, then I think we wish him the best and hope that he gets better. But people are saying that these physical issues are just creative differences because Vince is most likely back.
Oh God.
It's always Vince, bro. It's always Vince. If he lose Bray Wyatt again, I'm going to smack him. I'm going to smack him.
But like I said, like if it
Put that on
legitimately is physical issues, then we wish him the best. I mean, it just get better.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, he hasn't shown face Bray Wyatt since the Howdy attack on Bobby, and that was like what 2-3 weeks ago, maybe even
I
more.
think
That was last week. That was last week.
really?
The Howdy and Bobby attack? No,
No, that was the week before that. It was the week.
it was at least 2 to 3 weeks ago. The Howdy and Bobby attack. But yeah, we'll see. So, oh yeah, the LA Knight thing. Was grabbed LA Knight and LA Knight, hit a neck breaker. He slams Woods' face into the mat. He goes for a cover, but Woods kicks out. LA Knight then goes for a suplex, but Woods rolls him up and gets a quick pinfall victory. So, we are good there. After a commercial break, LA Knight is shown backstage when Rey Mysterio is signing some autographs. LA Knight tells Rey that if he won't fight his son Dominic, he will give Dominic an LA moment. Hell, he'll even call himself LA Mysterio. That way he can also be a deadbeat dad. And then Ray just fucking clocked him in the face.
That was hilarious. That was so funny.
He's
When
like,
he fell back on the chair was so funny.
He's like, I'll even be LA Mysterio. That way I can be a deadbeat dad myself. And then just fucking punched in the face.
He's so
He
funny.
said something in Spanish. He said something in Spanish, but I don't know what he said, but it was funny.
And then Ray just started speaking Spanish, and he's like, "What the hell did you just say to me?"
That shit was so funny, bro.
I honestly don't even think LA Knight was prepared for that punch. I think that's why he felt like that. I don't
That's
know.
hilarious. He threw in that chair so hard. That shit was hilarious.
And the chair like folded beneath it. Like it actually wasn't like folded all the way, so it just folded back in. And he had to hold himself on the table in order to actually not fall on his ass.
If he would have thrown his ass,
Because I think the chair was supposed to be at least folded enough that way it actually would be able to like actually fold into a seating position that way he can land on the chair. But no, it just folded. It just closed back up again. So he had to hold himself on the table. But at this point, it was 9:30, and the commentator said, "All right, it's time for our main event. The number one contenders match for the IC title is here." And I'm like, "You're giving these guys a fucking 30-minute banger? Let's go!" It didn't last 30 minutes, but it was still a banger. It lasted at least 16 minutes. But damn, this was a really good match between Sheamus and Drew. Gunther was out there at ringside. And yeah, this was a really, really good match for the main event. Yeah, this was a very, very good match for the main event, especially when the Intercontinental Championship is on the line like this. This was fantastic. Sheamus and Drew always kill it though, so it's not like I had anything to worry about.
I was scared about the time limit kind of thing, but holy crap, did they? They're so
Yeah, time
freaking
limit on
good.
this?
Well, as far as like looking at how long we had before the end of the show, because we know we had Jey Uso, not an actual time limit, but just
Oh, I was like,
looking at the
wait.
clock, you know. Yeah,
I was
looking
like,
at the
wait.
clock, we had like they always start the Roman stuff at like 9:50, so we
Yeah.
had to just wait until then, and they never
To be
disappoint.
honest, when I saw it happen at 9:30, I wasn't even thinking of like the whole Sami and Jey Uso confrontation. So I was like, shit, let's go. We're getting a 30-minute banger. It didn't turn out to be that way, but yeah.
They're so good, bro.
But at least got like 15, 16 minutes, which is a really good time for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if I went through this entire match, I mean, we'd probably still be here for like another like 15 more minutes. So let's take it from the last commercial break because there were two commercial breaks in this match. So we're back from commercial and we see Sheamus with the 10 piece of the Batarang. So we have the 10 piece of the Batarang. Drew then gets back into the ring and Sheamus goes for the bro kick and Drew ducks it into a neckbreaker. Drew then goes for a claymore, but Sheamus hits him with a bro kick at the same time. So we had a claymore and a bro kick at the same time here. Both of them are on the ground, which is insane. I wouldn't even be able to fathom like how they would even make that work, but they did.
So good.
So
Speaking of so good, Ray Phoenix is one.
So Drew went for a Glasgow kiss. Sheamus went for a headbutt. The two, they run towards each other and hit each other with that move, like I said before. And then the referee starts to do the 10 count. And Gunther, who was out at ringside with everybody, Gunther got into the ring and asked, "Who wants it more?" And Sheamus and Drew are getting up to their feet. And then as they were getting up to their feet, Vinci and Kaiser attack both Sheamus and Drew McIntyre at the same time from behind, thus doing a double disqualification, and that's how the match ended. We all knew that some kind of shenanigans was going to go on here. I was either thinking a double pin, a double countout, a possible disqualification was in the back of my head, but I was really thinking a double pin. But in the end, we got the same result as we all wanted anyway.
That match at WrestleMania is gonna get banger. Also, Lady Phoenix and Will Hobbs, they're having a banger right now on that pitch.
Fuck, it's
They're like having a banger.
12-19 where I'm at.
It's 11-19 where I'm at. And Will Hobbs and Lady Phoenix are having a banger.
Are they just replaying Rampage?
No, it started late because of the college football and college basketball game.
Oh,
It
that's
started late.
right. Yes, okay. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
Okay. But yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, I mean, we got the no contest, which was definitely something to think about here. I was just happy that they actually went that way. I was very skeptical, as you know, last week, if WWE was going to deviate from the plan. They didn't. I'm very happy about that. And I know I get way too impatient when it comes to this stuff, but Jesus Christ, man. Sometimes the internet fucking scares me when it comes to this.
I feel you, bro.
Don't pop H. Don't down pop H.
Yeah.
I just gotta trust the process at times, but man, this internet stuff scares me.
Yes. If I
Don't overcomplicate it.
Just a process,
So,
man.
Sheamus threw both Vinci and Kaiser to the outside of the ring. Gunther with a dropkick on Drew and a right hand to Sheamus. Gunther powerbombed Sheamus onto Drew McIntyre, and Adam Pearce showed up on the big screen. He said that last week Gunther said that he wants a single opponent for WrestleMania, but due to his actions tonight, that actually does not seem like the case. So he left him with no choice. At WrestleMania, you will be defending your Intercontinental Championship against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Match of the year. Bro, I'm just so cute.
This legitimately has all the making to steal both nights at WrestleMania.
Yeah, this dude QT Monster.
To be the match of the week. Now, I was very. Here's the thing, because I was hearing some rumblings here about this as well. Because you know how Gunther last week he was really hammering down the fact that he wanted a singles match at WrestleMania. To me, the triple threat was easily the best way to go about things. But I was hearing some kind of rumblings that said, what if Gunther just faced both of them on both nights? Drew McIntyre fought him on night one. Obviously, Drew would lose to have Sheamus go up against Gunther on night two, where Sheamus would win the Intercontinental title. I would not have minded that because I don't think anybody would have a problem with Gunther wrestling twice. But I think triple threat was just going to be the easiest way to go about this.
It was the best way to go.
Yeah. I wouldn't have minded seeing Gunther on both nights, though. I mean, that would just be insane.
Gunther on my TV.
More Gunther is obviously a good thing, but yeah, I would not have minded that, but I think the triple threat was the best way to go. So, and then we had the final segment of the night with this Jey Uso, Sami Zayn thing. And we said this earlier on in the show, but this was pure cinema. Pure cinema.
Yes.
Just great. So, Jey Uso is standing in the ring, and out comes Sami Zayn right away. Jey didn't even have to call out Sami Zayn to do this. He tells Jey that this is what he wanted, and Zayn gets in the ring, and he asks Jey how he wants to do this. Jey tells him that he has a job to do tonight, but he is about to hear this. From day one, he didn't like him. From day one, he didn't trust him. He didn't want him around his family, but then everyone started to accept him for who he was. Jey says that he always thought that it was his job to protect his family, and the one time that he let his guard down, Zayn betrayed him. He let him look stupid in front of the entire world, and he called him his brother. He tells Zayn that he has always been the fake ass Uso since day one, and he had no choice. Zayn then cut him off and said, "No, you've had the choice since day one. He loved him and the family, but he was not going to take the abuse that he was going to be taking every single week the way that Jey does. He doesn't think that Jey is mad at him. Jey is just mad at himself. He isn't mad that he hit Roman with the steel chair. He's mad that Jey wasn't the one to do it first." Which,
He's right.
I love that. I fucking love that detail. I do.
See the expression on his face when he said that? He knew he was right.
Yeah. I love that detail. I love everything that line specifically was saying, because everything that Sami has been saying since all of this has been true. Jey has been taking the abuse of Roman Reigns for the better part of three plus years. It's basically been 4 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about what Sami Zayn's been saying is true.
Sami Zayn we trust.
So, Jey with the right hand to Sami Zayn, he just didn't want to hear this anymore, so he just started to fucking fight him. In comes Jimmy and Zayn with the right hands to both Jey and Jimmy until he gets met with a double super kick. Zayn then rolls to the outside, and Jey hit him with the steel steps. Kevin's music hits, and Owens shows up from behind them, and Owens takes it to both Jey and Jimmy with right hands. We have the right hands going to Jey. Jimmy gets back into the ring, and Owens hit him with a stunner. Jey then runs Owens down, but he gets hit with a pop-up powerbomb, and then the fans chant, "Hug it out, hug it out," and Owens and Zayn hugged it out, and the fans erupted in cheers.
That embrace was
Yes.
awesome.
Erupted in cheers, and it actually cut to Cody Rhodes watching a monitor in the back, and he is smiling. He is smiling from ear to ear, knowing that they are back together.
He looked like a proud dad.
He did look like a proud dad, didn't he? But yeah, this was such a very, very cool moment to see. And then, I don't know what Michael Cole was saying at the end of the commentary and everything like that, but he was saying that, like, friends are hard to come by, all this kind of stuff. Like, he was doing a very, very emotional and sentimental, like, final line in the commentary. before it faded to black and would go off the air. So this was just an incredible way to go about things. Fantastic stuff there. Just an ending to a great Friday Night SmackDown tonight on the road to WrestleMania. Just 2 weeks ago, bro. 2 weeks ago, and then we're at Mania.
What's her name? Taya Valkyrie. You're having a match right now.
Oh, Taya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, that was your SmackDown tonight. Very, very good show there. And yeah, can't really complain much about what happened tonight on the show, man. It was just a very, very good episode of SmackDown, and we're getting closer to WrestleMania.
Can't wait. Cannot wait.
All right,
I'm
guys.
so
Well,
excited about it. Looking up to the show.
all right, guys. Well, that's it. That's it for your Friday Night SmackDown post show. If you guys like what you heard tonight, make sure to hit the like button. Turn on the bell for all notifications. We are on the road to 1K. So, get things going on there. Follow us all on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at @FillyMatt_. Look at the merch. Teespring, the official home of OTB and its merchandise. You guys can go get my merchandise as well. That link is down in the description. And Lost merch is down in the description below as well. And we will see you sometime this weekend for an episode. I'll probably be talking about that the news story about the WWE releases that are possibly going to happen after WrestleMania. And any other news as we head towards WrestleMania. I mean, news is going to come fast and heavy here. So stick tuned to OTB and we will get you guys the best news where we can possibly get it only here on the podcast. So, if anybody else has anything to say, they can say it before we get the hell out of here. So, let's go.
Yeah. It's always a pleasure being up here with each of you. It's always fun. Also, if you're not following me on TikTok, you should. NBA TO2 and NBA TikTok Director. Those are my two TikTok pages. And follow me on Twitter at DMX06. And yeah, this is a fun little stream. I'm sure you'll see my face again soon.
Alright, man. Thank you guys again for being here on the podcast. We'll talk to you guys sometime this weekend. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe. God bless. And peace.